Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Christine and I am down to my last jar of ghee, which is clarified butter that I made about a year and a half ago or so. And you can use it just like regular butter. So I just thought I'd show you the steps on how I make it. So come on with. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to just get the butter in a tall saucepan. So just make sure you have tall sides and you can pretty much kiss your clean stove goodbye. So I'm just going to do this real quick and get this on low-ish heat. I do have a gas stove and it's a little bit different with electric, but I'm so excited to show you. It's been a little bit since I've made some. I actually gave some out as Christmas gifts, so maybe that's an idea for you. I actually like the smaller sticks here, so I might sneak one more in, so we'll have 5 sticks in there, because I don't think that's overdoing it. I know a lot of people just say, just do 1 pound at a time, but look how small these are. And then the other trick is, do you save your wrappers? They're actually really fun to throw in a baggie, either in the fridge or freezer, and then you can like grease your pans with them. So I will be doing that with these. All right, so I'm going to sneak one more in. So it's just going to be like 1.25 pounds. And then I'm going to get this on low-ish heat. And then we pretty much just wait until the magic happens. So let's see. And I do have a metal spoon. So you really don't want to use plastic, so I have metal spoons out, and what you'll eventually do is you'll just scrape. You'll scrape the very top of it. That's kind of the super important part. So I'll be quiet while we just let this melt down. Okay, so we're officially done melting, and I'm just gonna, I've got it on in between low and medium heat, and I'm gonna be done doing anything at this point, and you're just gonna watch it kind of start frothing up, and once it starts really bubbling like these big like cauldron bubbles, that's when I'm gonna set my timer. So right now it's just kind of doing the evaporation phase. So everything's melted and we're just going to watch the magic. You can kind of hear it start making some bigger noises. You can kind of see up on this edge it's starting to clear a little bit. Okay. Here come the bigger bubbles. There they start right here. I'm just going to do a preliminary scrape, and I'm not touching the bottom. Okay. I'm going to adjust the temperature down even lower. And like I said, you're not going all the way to the bottom, you're just barely scooping. Okay, the frothing is starting to calm down. I've got it on the lowest of settings. It's just kind of like a science experiment almost. There we go. Starting to calm down. Kind of start seeing a little bit of clear underneath. Okay, now comes the phase of the messiness. You'll really hear these bubbles pop up and out. Here it comes. if I can get any closer. You can see the giant bubbles, and that's the evaporation of the milk fat and any water that's in it. And the cat crying in the background. You're really just waiting for it to be totally clear. It's still cloudy. It's getting there. Yeah. Okay, oh, that's almost done. There's no frothing left. It's almost like watching that bag of popcorn in the microwave and waiting for those last few pops. You can see we're really close to totally clear. You can see the milk solids sticking to my spoon. There's kind of a fine line in between making it clarified butter and burning it. So that's why I'm kind of babysitting this. So it definitely starts to smell like buttered popcorn butter, kind of that nutty-ish flavor. And now you can see all these bubbles are pretty clear. And that's my indication that I'm going to turn it off. I'm just going to wait a couple more seconds here. I've got a few bubbles that don't look quite clear, but otherwise it's looking really kind of perfect and smelling delicious. Okay. All right, I'm going to officially turn it off. And then you just let it cool. I'm going to set my timer for about 8 minutes or so and let it cool down, and then we're going to pour it into the jars, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so this is pretty much cooled enough. So my trick is I like to use one of these so you can actually just take it and pour it into the jars. So I just have a single sheet of cheesecloth to collect any of the miscellaneous that's left. And I'm literally just taking my pot and I'm pouring it right through. And you'll get to see all that golden goodness. And then you can see what's left in the pan. Whoops, let's see here. I don't want to touch it. So it's all the milk solids from that. And then from this, that's why you want to use that. And some people take the cheesecloth and they actually let it cool, and then they can like wipe their pans and stuff with that as well. So that might be something I'd like to do as well. So I'm just going to take this and set it aside for right now. And you can just see all that golden goodness. It's very clear. And I like the little half pint jars. So I've got quite a few jelly ones available, and I'm just literally going to pour it right in. Trying not to spill. See how much I have here. Actually, I'm just going to fill these two up first. Kind of almost to the top. All right. So 1 pound basically makes 2 little half pints, and you just let these cool, and then they eventually turn into like this. So I'm going to move on to my next batch, and I'll see you at the end when I'm all done. Well, I did it. I made it to the last pound. So I'm just going to filter this off and get it into my jars, and I will be done. In between, I made some banana bread and some hard-boiled eggs, And yeah. And then I just kind of take this and kind of swish it around, make sure I get every last drop out. Give it a squish. There we go. And then I'm gonna finish pouring. Oops, I forgot to close the front door. But that's okay. Finish pouring here. And then I'll just kind of go over how many jars I have. I'm gonna make that a little short because I filled these all the way up to the very brim. Yeah, I'll use that one right away. And I don't want to waste an ounce. Okay. And then all I do is I just take the regular lids, and usually I use used ones, and just get them on, and they are raring to go. And now you have shelf stable butter. I mean, how beautiful is that? Okay, let's get this video closed up. Okay friends, I made it to the end. I officially made ghee out of 6 pounds of butter. And I did use the salted butter. Sometimes people say that that's a no-no, but that's okay. And right now they are gloriously clear. You can see that. And then after they cool, they turn into that. And it basically has the consistency of butter, and leave it out on the counter. You can put it in the fridge, whatever. And that's what I wanted to do. I had so much in my freezer. Actually, I still have 1, 2, 3, probably about another 4 pounds of butter. I buy it when it's on sale and I throw it in the freezer. They just had a mega sale. So I bought 4 more pounds, which I might go buy a few more. But I am so happy to have 12 half-pint jars of ghee that I made myself instead of going to buy. It is a little time consuming, but I do it all in one day. And then that way you're not dirtying up your stove a whole bunch of times. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was the pot. So I wasn't real specific. You can't really use a really thin stock pot or anything. So you want to make sure that it has like a decent bottom on it. You know what, pasta pot, you know, what have you. I haven't really cleaned this out yet, but I didn't know if you got a good look at what it looks like inside. That is the milk fat. So what I'll be doing is I'll be wiping that out, and then I'm gonna throw that in a baggie. Speaking of baggies, I threw my butter wrappers just in a silicone bag, and then anytime that I wanna grease something, I just kind of pull that out. It still has residual butter on it. It's kind of a little hack for you. I've been doing that, I don't know, since I was a kid. My mom showed me that back in the day. And the other trick of the trade is have your pieces of cheesecloth already kind of cut out, and I only use the thin, like, you know, it's basically see-through. I only use the 1 layer. You can use more layers if you want, but you know, cheesecloth is cheesecloth. So I have the best luck just with the single layer, so I'm not really wasting it at all. Take that, throw it in the fridge or freezer, and then you can butter things with that as well, with that residual milk fat. So all right, friends, well, I had a very productive day, so I'm very happy. And if you like videos like this, showing you how to do simple things with things that you have already in your house, I also do simple recipes. I do water bath canning, dehydrating, pickling, preparedness, and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you like videos like that, hit that like and subscribe. And I will see you next time on Christine's Routines. Take care and God bless. All right, I'm gonna wait for these to cool. Make it. It's clarified butter. You can use it like regular butter, but it's shelf stable. Shelf stable butter. You can use it pretty much like regular butter. I gotta get it together, what I'm gonna say. Really watching it, and you have a great big stove, you know, where you put everything on. Do I really have to start over? I think I do.